Today, a somber salute to Worcester Fire Lieutenant Jason Menard on the day he planned to take his family to Disney World. But first, there was a fire to fight.
Every report the baby on the third floor is unconscious. Trying to get him up.
In bitter cold and high winds, firefighters battled flames at this three-family home early this morning.
Very hot up here.
Menard and his crew searched for the reported baby.
They're in the third floor trying to find exit. Let us find. Get to a window. Let us know where you are.
Trapped, officials say Menard helped a probationary firefighter to a staircase and another to a window, but could not escape himself.
I told you about last night here while we were on the air, a suspect killing a Delaware state trooper, then barricading himself in a home. Today we watched as the authorities blew the home wide open. ABC's Gio Benitez on the scene.
Tonight, this destroyed home, windows blown out, siding torn off, is all that's left after a dramatic day-long standoff in this Delaware neighborhood. Police say 26-year-old Bergen Seeley Jr. shot and killed 32-year-old state trooper Corporal Stephen Ballard.
A deadly day in Chicago. Just before 7 a.m., the Chicago Fire Department was called to an abandoned building on Chicago's south side.
Companies immediately went to work to extinguish the fire, and they were making good progress.
And it was then when a wall of brick collapsed, forcing the ceiling to fall down, crushing the firemen.
Tonight, a deadly shootout in what the sheriff is calling an ambush.
We have one deputy down inside the apartment. All of us have been hit at least once.
It all started early this morning as deputies responded to a disturbance call at an apartment complex in a suburb outside of Denver.
Tonight, firefighter gear, which will never answer another call, sits in front of the headquarters here. This department is largely volunteer, and as one of those volunteers who was answering the call this morning, answering like he did almost all the time. Joshua Woods had been on the fire department for almost 3 years. Tonight, a flag in front of the firehouse is at half-staff, and a memorial to him sits in front of the Siler City headquarters.
It appeared to be a routine call to a traffic crash in Davis, California. Rookie police officer 22-year-old Natalie Corona responded when, for reasons still unclear, someone opened fire.
They have an officer down and one still at large with a handgun.
A witness tells the Sacramento Bee Corona was talking to drivers when an apparent bystander ambushed the officer at close range, but that has not been confirmed by police. Corona died at the hospital.
She's just an absolute star in the department.
A heartfelt note thanking Oklahoma firefighters for their hard work in North Carolina.
Something you never want to have to go do, but I'm glad we got to go out and help people.
A long week, these four won't forget.
Lots of rain. It rained for days.
3 from the Oklahoma City Fire Department and 1 from Norman Fire. They make up the helicopter search and rescue team for Oklahoma Task Force 1. None of them strangers to the destruction left behind from natural disaster.
And Miko.
They're making a list.
Right, who's up next then?
And checking it twice.
We can mark it off.
But in St. Paul, Minnesota, Santa's helpers are dressed in blue.
No, I think they're right there, dude. Look at all those.
So we'll do this Play-Doh.
Shop with Cops pairs children from low-income neighborhoods with police officers.
Hold hands.
Together they go shopping to buy holiday gifts with fundraising dollars, local business donations, and grants. The program started back in 2000 as a way to improve relations between communities and law enforcement.
And I do it 1,000 times again.
On that November day in a rural Texas church, the peaceful sounds of prayer were shattered by gunfire. On the floor, among the bodies and the Bibles, was 5-year-old Rylan Ward, shot 5 times. His stepmother and 2 sisters were killed. Firefighter Rusty Duncan was one of the first on the scene. Rylan spent more than 2 months in the hospital. It's where he celebrated his 6th birthday. Firefighter Duncan and his family visited often. During one of those hospital visits, Duncan talked to Rylan about someday taking a ride in his fire truck. As any 6-year-old will tell you, a promise is a promise, and Duncan kept his. This afternoon, firefighters, police officers, and other first responders escorted Ryland home in Duncan's fire truck.
7-year-old Zachary Becerra loves superheroes, and his room is a shrine to his favorites, the real-life men and women in blue.
What does this say?
Police Department, City of New York.
Zachary cares about them so much, he's determined to hand-deliver thank you cards to all of the city's more than 34,000 officers. Superhero cards, of course. Today, he's visiting a precinct in Queens, giving each officer a card and a handshake.
Thank you, buddy.
His mother, a single mom, dedicates her only day off every week to helping Zachary accomplish his mission.
Today's a great day.
They've been at it for nearly a year, visiting more than 60 precincts.
This is what he wants to do. As a mother, we try to help our kids and encourage them.
Rise up in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again, and we'll rise